Yeah, I suppose you'd take a 90-point win any day of the week, and I suppose the last few years we've probably been on the receiving end of a few of those losses. So yeah, it definitely was a big confidence booster, and it was especially good that we finished off the game so well.
What about Liam Joe? He continues to amaze. Has he been talking up his Coleman medal hopes? Second day?
No, he keeps that pretty quiet, LJ. He just goes about his business and keeps kicking goals, which is good. And he got subbed off at the end, but it was nothing too serious. I think more than anything just to give him a bit of a rest. And yeah, but he's flying at the moment.
You've mentioned the subbing there. Jack Watts, there's been a lot of talk about whether he should be or shouldn't be subbed or started. How's he be reacting to all that sort of talk?
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of pressure on Watsy. There has been since he ever got drafted, and I think overall he's handled it pretty well. And obviously this week probably was a bit harder starting the sub, but to his credit, he stayed positive, and when he came on, he had a real impact. I think took about 5 marks in the last quarter, so it was good from him to stay positive and still sort of go out strong.
How do you rate the season so far coming into the bye? Are you about where you wanted to be?
Oh, well, I mean, the last couple of weeks we've had a couple of wins, but I still don't think we've put that 4-quarter effort together yet. And even yesterday, you could see we started a bit slow again, let them in the game, and they kicked a couple of early goals, and we got beaten in the third quarter. It was good that we finished off the game well, but that's still not 4 quarters of effort. So that'll be a huge focus. But I suppose overall, the Hawthorn game wasn't a great game, especially second half, and we thought we fought the Sydney game out pretty well, but I mean, yeah, it's hard to evaluate the first 4 games after that because, yeah, like I said, it hasn't really been a full 4-quarter effort yet, and we're really trying to hope for that.
Did Dean give you a bit of a rocket at 3-quarter time yesterday after you sort of let them back in a little bit?
No, not so much. I think going into half time, we're probably feeling a bit comfortable as to where we're at. We got on top of them and felt like we were moving the ball pretty well. And then came out in the third quarter and, yeah, probably dropped the intensity a little bit. And to Gold Coast credit, they really took advantage and they got themselves back in the game. And then, yeah, 3-quarter time, we just wanted a huge focus that we weren't just going to sort of make it a soft victory where we sort of let them kick a few late goals and it ends up being a bit closer. So it was good that we managed to finish off well.
What's the plan with the week off? Is he going to work you pretty hard, or do you get a few days away from the club, or how do you approach it?
Yeah, well, I think it's a good time to freshen up. It comes at a good time for us, I think, because you get a few games in, everyone starts to get a little bit sore, and then you get a week off. So we've got the weekend off to sort of go away and get away from the club a little bit. But I mean, then we're playing on Thursday, so it's not a huge week off, but still it'll be good to get a break and get away for a little bit.
So you're not concerned that, given you have just come off a couple of wins, you've now got the bye? That's not a concern in terms of the timing of it with your confidence?
Oh, I don't think so. I think any time a bye comes, when like at the start of the season especially, is good and gives you time to freshen up. And there are a few things that we want to work out on the track, and we'll have the opportunity to do that because we've got more time to recover, obviously. So, and yeah, look forward to next week still.
So you're saying there about putting together the 4 quarters. Would you say you're probably flattered by being in the 8, being 7th at the moment with the way the form is inside the club?
Yeah, well, I suppose when you're playing, like it showed when we played Hawthorn, we dropped off for a quarter, and in a quarter we lost the game pretty much, that third quarter. We were up at half-time and, yeah, the game was over. So we know we can't afford to do that against the top teams, and we really rate Hawthorn as one of the top teams. And we'll have a few big games coming up. I mean, West Coast is in great form at the moment as well, and there'll be a tough ask over in West Coast. So that'll be our aim going into next week.
What about the Gold Coast? How far away do you think they are from a win?
Oh, well, I think they showed a lot of improvement yesterday. They obviously had a couple of their stars out, but a few times when we did sort of drop our intensity a little bit, they really capitalised, and they've definitely got some talent there. A few guys like I thought Swallow was terrific again, and he's obviously got a lot of pressure on him as well. But they've got a lot of young guys that are really stepping up, and I think it'll come together, and it shouldn't be too far off.
Will there be any players or many players in VFL footy this weekend? What's the go there?
Playing this weekend in the week. I think so. Yeah, I think that's the plan. We had last week. Casey had another win and had another large number of guys play well in that win. And I think there's a lot of guys that are sort of still coming back from injury that they'll want to get game time into and that sort of thing.
Would that be an option for Jack? Do you think, to go back and run around, get some kicks, get his confidence right up again?
Oh, I'm not too sure, because he's played a lot of footy at the start of the season, so it's probably a good opportunity for him to have a week off too. But I'm not too sure what the plans are. But I think his confidence is probably it's better than what people probably think it is. he's a really he's confident kid. He trains really well, and he's been up and about the last few weeks. He's just sort of probably struggled to put in the consistent efforts throughout the games. But even though he only played a quarter yesterday, I thought he was good when he came on. So I think he'll be pretty confident going into the week off.